Oh. Something unnecessary. Do you see this?
No.
Oh, good.
It's gonna take a picture of whatever we are showing, and then I'll show you. Okay. This is gonna how it's gonna look like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it?
It looks kind of too flat on, doesn't it?
No, it's fine because you have like a little light, and then you have some objects.
But I mean, this it looks so flat. You think it needs to
You
be
think
turned or
so?
something?
No, he's a professional cameraman. He knows. Don't worry. He's been doing that for like years.
That doesn't mean anything.
Mas eu posso mudar. O que ela quer?
So do you want? He's just
I don't know.
asking. Do you
Joe.
want to change anything? So we can.
What is this for? Is this for the video?
Yeah, that's for the video.
Does that look good?
Funciona, sabia? Celebridade só te respeita assim.
Do you like it?
Não, se
Or do you think?
aqui, a gente já colocar.
Because she said it's too
It looks
flat.
very flat, doesn't it?
Só na loja, tem que ser assim,
Mas eu não tenho essa.
Not bad, I mean. It's not bad.
Mm.
You're not showing her foot though.
No.
She don't have on
No,
the
it's
stock.
no. It's not
Can
sure.
I have some more water, please? I don't hear.
You always answer looking at me, okay?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask the questions close to her so
Okay.
she can hear, and then
Aí você tem
I will-
que
yeah.
explicar pra ela.
So I'm gonna ask the question close to you, and then I'll move to behind the camera so you can answer. Okay?
Just be careful, this broke.
Okay.
This is loose from the bottom, so.
Okay, not touch.
Fique em pé, vai lá, passa, não tem problema.
Okay.
You want to move that?
Vai.
Okay, so I have 4 questions, okay? The first one, it's about you being honored in Brazil. So the question is, what do you think about being honored abroad in a monologue written by a Brazilian author and played by one of the greatest actresses that Brazil has?
Well, I'm very flattered.
Okay, just a minute.
Olhando pra você, ó.
Looking at me. Okay.
I'm so very flattered to be honored in this fashion, to have a play written about me in a foreign country, and to be presented by an actress that is so famous and I know is one of your leading lights in Brazil. Is that okay?
Yeah. Do you think you two look alike?
I really don't know. I haven't seen her that close up. I'm sure by the time your artists get her all together, she will look like me, poor thing.
I have a picture.
I guess yes. Poor lady. My condolences.
Mostra de novo aqui, please. Aquele show.
Okay, show again.
I said, yes, she does look quite like me. Poor lady. May I offer my condolences?
O que ela achou? Pergunta agora.
Okay.
Gravar sem a gente lá. O que ela achou disso? Porque quando ela respondeu, nós estávamos lá, naquela grandona. Então
Okay.
precisamos dessa resposta dela agora aqui, ok?
Is that question okay?
What you want to repeat?
É.
What do you think
Yeah.
about the?
Você não remostrou a foto para ela? O que ela achou dessa foto?
Can you just repeat just the part where you say what you thought about the picture?
Oh, I think the lady looks quite like me, and I'm sure by the time she's on stage, she'll be perfect. I'm so sorry that she looks like me, and I offered my condolences.
Okay.
Is that any good, or change it?
That's perfect. They're gonna love that. So the second question is about your life. So slight changes in your trajectory can lead to huge differences in the outcomes you can get in life. Please share with us what was your biggest achievement thus far and the paths you decided to take.
Right.
That's kind of a complicated question that can take 3 months.
Vem pra cá.
Can you make it a little less broad? A little more specific?
What was your biggest achievement so far in your life?
Well, I've been very fortunate, and I've had a few achievements in my life. I guess getting to this moment is probably one of them, and I'm very, very grateful. When something happens, lots of other things follow suit. One thing leads to another, and I had in 2005, the Metropolitan Museum of Art Costume Institute gave me a beautiful exhibition showing some of my clothes and some of my style, and it was a crazy success. And one thing led to another, and finally to this. I was never in the fashion business before, and now I'm a big fashion icon. So it's been a very exciting voyage, and culminating in something like this. Many odd things have happened as a result, and to me, this is one of the nicer ones. So I thank you.
Just something
Is that all
really
right?
quick. Yeah. Talking about fashion, can you tell us about your experience when you wore jeans for the first time? When you wore jeans for the first time?
Well, I'm probably the first woman in America to wear jeans. In 1940, they were workman's clothes. And I decided one day when I was at the University of Wisconsin, I would like to have a pair and create an outfit around them. And I didn't know where to buy them, and the only place where they were available was what we called an Army-Navy store, where they sold clothes for workers who did heavy-duty work. And I went and I asked for a pair of jeans, and they looked at me as though I had two heads. And they said, "Don't you know young ladies don't wear jeans?" And I said, "I don't care what young ladies don't wear. That's what I want. Can you give me a pair?" "Oh, we don't have anything," and they threw me out. And I was determined. So I went back again, and I said, "I'm perfectly willing to," because the sizes were about 10 times too big. The working men in Wisconsin were great big guys. They were lumberjacks and people like that. And there was even a mythical character called Paul Bunyan who was huge. Anyhow, there was nothing in a smaller size. And I said, "I'm perfectly happy to buy a pair and have you cut them down, and I'll pay for all the alterations." "No, no, 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 you must be crazy, blah, blah." Threw me out again. But I was determined, so I kept going back, and each time I was shown the door. Finally, one day, a few weeks later, I got a telephone call from the owner of the shop saying, "Come." He was so tired of seeing me, and he wanted so desperately to get rid of me, he had mail-ordered me a pair of boys' jeans, which fortunately fit me perfectly. And I created this outfit, and it was a sensation on campus, and that's the story.
That's great.
I put it together with a big gingham turban and huge gold earrings and a white cotton shirt and it really looks smashing. But it took a while before they made jeans for women. And now, of course, it's a basic in everybody's wardrobe. I have all kinds of jeans, from the very most inexpensive ones to some that are outlandish prices made by top designers. But I think they're wonderful, and I love them dearly.
Okay.
Tem mais um carro?
So, how do you visualize the fashion industry today?
How do
you see the
I think the
fashion-
fashion industry today is in the doldrums. It's very sad what's happened to the business, and they better get their act together or it's going to fall apart completely. Nobody has any originality. Everybody copies everybody else. There's very little new. The prices are obscene, and it's a big, big problem. And they don't make, there's a whole segment of the population that they totally ignore. Are women of a certain age, of course not my age because I'm an antique, but women, I would say, from 60 to 85 who have expendable income. They like to go shopping, and nobody addresses their needs. Everything is made for young people, which is fine, but young people can't afford those expensive prices, and young people have different bodies and different needs, and the requirements of these women are totally ignored. It's very sad and stupid.
Calma.
That's 4 questions. What else?
Okay, 2 more. And
That's it.
still about the fashion, what do you think is the biggest difference from when you started?
Oh, it's completely different. First of all, there isn't any fashion anymore, in my view. Very, very little. When I was growing up, fashion was a very sacred art. We had a lot of people practicing who knew what they were doing. They were very trained. They knew how to cut and sew and drape and everything that most of the young people today don't do. They make a sketch and then they design by committee. There's somebody who makes the pattern and somebody who does this and somebody who does that. And each designer had his own kind of, you looked at something and you knew it was Norman Orell, or you knew it was Pauline Trugere or James Galanos. Now everybody does everything and everything looks alike. And the workmanship is so much different. In my day, everything was beautifully made. Now it's just sort of slapped together. There's no part of it that holds a candle to the way it used to be. I'm not saying that because, you know, I'm older and being crotchety. It's the truth.
What do you think about being a fashion icon today, considering everything you
What
just
do I
spoke?
think about what?
About being a fashion icon today?
Oh, I don't think about it. Some people say that's what I am, so let them say it. I don't think about it. I have better things to think about.
Could you repeat again, but saying the complete, because my question is not gonna be in the video, saying I don't think I'm a fashion icon.
Oh, I don't think very much about being a fashion icon. It was something that was dumped on me. I'm very happy that people think so and like what I do and like how I dress, but I really don't dwell on it. There are more important things for me to think about.
For example?
Well, this is going on forever. What?
No, I was just curious, sorry. Is there anything you wanna just final consideration? Anything?
Well, I want to thank the people in Brazil for coming to see the production I wish I could understand it. It's in another language, so I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I hope it will be interesting. I'm sure it will. I thank them for making it, and I thank the audience for coming, and I hope it's a big success. And maybe one day it will come to America. And thank you all for all your troubles. Anything else?
Falar em português, obrigado, Natália. Obrigado.
Can I ask you to say thank you in Portuguese?
If I can say it.
Obrigado.
Obrigado?
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
No caso dela é obrigada.
Obrigado, Brasil.
Obrigada.
Completa o quê?
Obrigada, Brasil.
Obrigada, Brasil.
One more time, please.
Is that right?
One more time.
One more time.
Obrigada, Brasil.
Good.
Okay. Okay. Obrigado.
Thank you.
One last thing. It's not a question. It's not a
Vou
question.
deixar aberto ou fechado?
I have a gift.
Grava ele. Grava ele, Nagel.
It's a draw.
Mostra pra câmera. Só pra que Nagel se afaste.
Oh, how lovely. Oh, that's very nice. Who did this?
Aí é o limite.
The author has a niece, and she draw you.
Oh, thank
The
you very
author's
much.
niece.
Obrigada. What's her name?
Assim, assim, ó. Um pouquinho. Nagel.
I don't know her name.
Aí.
Obrigada.
Sai, tira a câmera.
What do you want me to do?
Okay, can I take a picture with you holding the just so I can send to the girl? Perfect.
Aqui pra câmera. Fala pela...
Can you look at the camera?
So second, please.
Deixa eu tirar uma também.
Deixa eu tirar uma foto, né? Vai, sai de cena, please.
Iris. Here. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're so nice.
Was that okay?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Good.
Queria tirar uma foto com ela.
Oh, her name is Milena. It's here. Milena.
Oh.
Can I take a